Okay guys, now we're back up and running. So, honestly, I don't really have much or anything bad to say about the mod. I have actually thoroughly enjoyed using it for the past like week or two, a little bit over a week. So I really don't have, besides the tank is the only thing, and it's just because I guess it's running at lower wattages than what I like nowadays. It still gives the cloud production and everything, but it's not like the actual TFB12, the Cloud Beast King or whatever. I much prefer that, and I guess the only thing I can say is the only complaint maybe, and it's just the nitpick because it's just my personal opinion, is of course it's nothing like the GX, where the GX hits right there and you feel that power. But I get it, it's a 2 battery, it's a dual 18650 mod, so I'm not going to get that. If I do, I'd say it's a perfect mod. But other than that, like, I actually like this thing quite a bit, just from the way it feels to the putting the batteries and that little, I guess your little clip and everything, keeping them together and not easy access. I only had like one issue or one time where the battery thing popped out, and I'm not sure how, but other than that, it stays secure, and it is the easiest thing. I actually prefer this over other mods with like the magnets or anything that'll sit there and they'll stick, or the way the GX was, with the batteries, like for some reason were like, I guess, would feel like they were too big, because as soon as you put the door down, I'd get it stuck to where it was sometimes really hard to get off. And this thing is just super easy. Also, the way like the weight, the way this like feels, the way I guess it was the ergonomics of it. Like, I love it. Like, it has enough weight. It's not super heavy, but it doesn't feel cheap and light. And maybe that is because it has that little clip in there, and maybe that's adding the extra weight to it, but it feels great. And of course, since it's designed around to be like a clip, it feels amazing in your hand. Like, it's easy to grip, easy to everything. I don't really find myself accidentally like pushing it like I would with the GX, because I don't have anything down here to hit. All I have to do is that, so just keeping my this finger off of it. It's so far, and it's rocking it at like 81 watts for, I think, I'm using the Q4, I think, is the coil on this. And it's best from like 60 to 80, and this thing still produces clouds. And even though it's not like a ton of power like the GX would, it still gives enough. Like, I don't think I would just put this down. I actually like this, and I could see myself using it more, which is rare because a lot of these ones come and go. Anything like with the dual 18650, I like for about maybe a couple days, and then I'm ready to go back to something bigger. But this one I feel like I could actually use. I probably would need to switch the tank, put on either a dripper or a tank I prefer. Other than that, the tank actually, just besides, I guess, the coils and everything, it has great airflow. And one of the first ones that I've used to where, I don't know if you can see it there, but the airflow is pretty cut off, and you can still hear it. It's loud. And it has plenty of airflow. The top part, as Curtis pointed out in the last video when he gave you his thoughts, that's actually pretty cool, and I did not know that this thing locked right up here. Did not know I couldn't open it like that. But that cool little like button right there, that's another thing that's going to be hard to pick up. Right there, clicks, and then it just opens. And also, there is actually one big thing that I've liked the most out of, I think, any of the Smok tanks I've used, and the hole to fill the juice in right there fits. I'm typically using kilo, so it's on a glass bottle with the little vials, and typically, like, I can fit the bottom of the vial like in there, but it normally is like forced, and harder to actually like get it without it like bubbling back up or causing something like this. This one, the juice goes straight down, super easy to fill. Changing the coils is pretty much the same as any other Smok tank. And also the inclusion of a bubble glass without having to buy an extra part is also really cool, because I don't normally use them because I'm normally fine, but having that extra juice is also very nice. The screen's pretty bright. I don't have any problem seeing it, using it. And again, this is like the same out of most Smok products, so if you're coming off of another one like the Venimo, or I think that X-Priv, or can't remember, I feel like there was one more that I've seen now. They seem to be more common in the screen, so it's pretty easy to navigate if you've used another one. And even if you haven't, it's your normal 3 clicks to a menu. The only part that I had to get used to was after the 3 clicks, and like I'll get into something, like powering it on or off or just doing anything in the actual menu, like right there. For some reason, like it took me a while to get used to being able to to actually holding down the button to actually get it to go. Or that you would just be able to click it, and also finding out the colors and stuff like yeah, on the Venimo. Took me a while to figure out how to get that set up. But other than that, yeah, I would definitely recommend this mod. And I think we sell them for $90, and of course you probably find them online for cheaper or so. I'm not sure what they go on there for, but it's definitely, I think it's well worth the money. Even if you don't get the kit, I'm pretty sure you can find just the mod. Or as in like Hunter and Curtis, who love this tank, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm glad that I got the opportunity to check it out. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Smok.